You're listening to The Manning Report with your host, James David Manning. The news behind the headlines.
This Florida resource officer, right, who didn't enter the school at the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School the other day. Down there, last year, 17 children were killed, teachers and children. This guy was supposed to be a security officer, right? He went and hid behind a building. They got a video of this guy hiding. And yesterday, I said the Florida Department of Law Enforcement investigators showed former Deputy Peterson did absolutely nothing to mitigate the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas shooting that killed 17 children, teachers, and staff, and injured 17 others. There could be no, Rick Swearingen said that there can be no excuse for his complete inaction, and no question that his inaction caused lives. Otherwise, this guy's a coward. His name's Scott Peterson. So they arrested him yesterday and charged him with 7 counts. Where is that? 7 counts of neglect. Where the heck is that? I saw it. Anyway, Mr. Engineer, you have a video clip of that? Play that video clip of this boy, Scott Peterson. That's his name. Being arrested yesterday.
Breaking news, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, FDLE, has arrested a former sheriff's deputy over that deadly school shooting in Parkland, Florida. Investigators report today that the former deputy, Scott Peterson, Broward County Deputy Scott Peterson, did nothing to mitigate the Stoneman Douglas High School shootings that killed 17 children, teachers, and staff and injured 17 others. The police commissioner said, and I'm quoting now, "There can be no excuse for his complete inaction, and no question that his inaction cost lives." There was an investigation by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and now they're out with these statements. The FDLE showed that former Deputy Peterson did absolutely nothing to mitigate it. The statement has just been released. Agents interviewed 184 witnesses and reviewed countless hours of surveillance videos. They wrote 212 investigative reports totaling more than 800 hours on this case to determine the actions of this deputy, and they have concluded today he did nothing.
You know, it's sad on several levels. Number one is that perhaps he could have saved some lives. He may have lost his, but he could have saved the lives of some of those children. And the fact that he did nothing as a coward is inexcusable as the absolute word, if not something far more demonstrative about his action as being deplorable and despicable. That he did nothing. And he was armed, and he could have done something. If nothing more than just started firing up in the air so the shooter would know somebody else is shooting other than him. I mean, but he did nothing. So they need to put him under I was in a jail down there in Florida. I was actually in the Palm Beach County Jail. I was, that's where this place is. This is Broward County. But I put him in Rayford and put him under the jailhouse in Rayford, you know, for having done what he's done. Hope this brother never see the light of day. All right, enough of that. This is a bit of a news blog we do looking at spiritual wickedness in high places for the most part, making some observations about it and giving people a biblical foundation to the way of interpreting rather than have Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Janine Pirro or Anderson Cooper or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon, Rush Limbaugh interpret what's going on in the world. You come to me and I'll tell you based on what the Word of God says. They'll just give you their worldly, sinful view. But the Manning Report will tell you what God has said, whether to say yea or nay, whether to go or to stay. You'll be led by the word of Almighty God. Come to the Manning Report on a daily basis to interpret the spiritual wickedness in high places, because there's plenty of it that's going on. And so I'm the Lord's servant, James David Righteous Rebel Manning, and I'm here to serve you with news and information.